Hi, this is Bob Pockrass, and welcome to SceneDaily.com's Pre-Race Rundown, previewing the Subway Fresh Fit 500 this weekend at Phoenix International Raceway. When you think of Phoenix, what do you think of? Think of cactus? Maybe the rattlesnakes on the mountain that overlook the track? I don't know, but I do know that if you're a driver, you think of Jimmie Johnson. Jimmie Johnson has won the last 3 races at Phoenix and won last April by 7 seconds. 7 seconds. 1, 2, 3. That's a long time. How far is 7 seconds on the racetrack? I tell you what, it's further than the edges of my flyaway collar, that's for sure. I bet whoever was second in that race probably couldn't even see Johnson take the checkered flag. So who was second a year ago? It was Clint Bowyer, a guy who's having a great season. He's with the same Richard Childress Racing organization he was a year ago. But he's got a new crew chief, and yet produced the same results. He's 4th in points, and he is looking for his first Cup win this year. He's never won a Cup race at Phoenix, but he has won in a nationwide car. This could be the time for his first Sprint Cup victory of the year. How about Kurt Busch? He led 60 laps back in November. That sounds really good until you find out that Jimmie Johnson led 217. We'll see if Kurt Busch can challenge Jimmie. Will Jimmie be challenged by some of his Hendrick Motorsports teammates? He certainly well may be. Jeff Gordon snapped his 47 race winless streak last week, or a couple weeks ago at Texas, and is the hottest driver on the circuit, leading the points by 162 over Jimmie Johnson. He has 2 Phoenix wins and won the first Carve Tomorrow race there in April 2007. Dale Earnhardt Jr., he's won twice at Phoenix, back-to-back in 2003 and 2004. He has top 10s in both 2008 races at Phoenix. And then there's Mark Martin. He won in Phoenix in 1993. He led 68 laps there a year ago, and his average finish of 9.3 makes him the only active driver besides Johnson to have an average finish at Phoenix better than 10. Another guy to maybe look for, now that Gordon has snapped his winless streak, how about Kevin Harvick? He has a 78 race winless streak. He's won a Bud Shootout and an All-Star race, but hasn't won a points race in more than 2 years. And he does have 2 wins at Phoenix. This could be the weekend he snaps his streak. What else should you look for at Phoenix? Well, it's the first night race of the season. That means a lot of sparks are going to fly on the 1 mile oval, which features tight turns in 1 and 2 and a sweeping corner in 3 and 4, which makes it a little more difficult for the drivers and crew chiefs to get a perfect handling car on both ends of the track. In qualifying, I think you should look for 3 guys and see if they do well. It could determine how well their season goes. Martin Truex Jr., 24th in points, has to be hating where he is right now. He needs a good run in qualifying for a little bit of momentum heading into the race. Scott Speed, he failed to make the race at Texas. The former Formula 1 driver needs to rebound so that his season doesn't go into a tailspin. And then there's Scott Riggs, a guy who's missed 4 of the last 5 races with the new Tommy Baldwin Racing. They've got a new crew chief in Walter Giles. We'll see if that makes a difference this weekend. Once the race starts, I think you need to watch several guys, including Juan Pablo Montoya, Kevin Harvick, Greg Biffle, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Ryan Newman, and Brian Vickers. Why them? They're all within 100 points of 12th in the standings. They're all looking to get up above that chase cutoff mark. One more suggestion about Phoenix, if you're going to watch it on TV, take a nap before the race. It starts at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. That means you may need some sugar, you may need a little bit of caffeine to get through the race. I'm pretty certain that there won't be a 7-second margin of victory in this one. It's going to be close. You're going to want to be awake near the end. Well, that's all I've got for you this week. Please join us again on SceneDaily.com next week when we preview Talladega.